Cruel Summer on Freeform had a success debut season within the spring of 2021. The storyline tracked the disappearance of a bit baby and the apparently unrelated ascension of another woman in the social magnificence of the tiny city in Texas in the mid-1990s, as audiences concurrently saw the events that passed off earlier than, at some point of, and after the disappearance. The numerous points of reference in time allowed us numerous access to the tale. The show comes return for a 2D season shifting to Washington inside the 12 months 2000 time frame, with the anchor dates being July 1999, December 1999, and July 2000, similar to the previous season. The lighting within the software program is designed to help us understand the time period we are in. It utilizes different lighting techniques to create distinct atmospheres. For instance, scenes from July 1999 employ general lighting, while scenes from December 2000 feature darker lighting. Additionally, moments from July 2000 incorporate a green-tinted effect. In particular, when the story darkens, the mannerisms of the characters in reality depict the passage of time. The second season of Cruel Summer follows Megan, who is living in a tiny village through the beach with her mom and sister, and in which the bulk of the local companies are owned by her first-class buddy, Luke's father. Although Megan's own family is not very rich, they are also no longer specially destitute. In July 1999, Megan's mom asks a trade student referred to as Toss Bella to live with them as a way of making up for his or her incapability to take overseas holidays. When we check in with them in December 1999, they may be as thick as thieves. Despite Megan's lack of enthusiasm for website hosting a brand new child for the summer season, and the fact that she even peeks into her suitcase whilst she arrives. The first episode is basically committed to building up the plot and giving the important thing characters backstories. Ella, the daughter of diplomats, has spent her entire life moving around, constantly adapting to new environments. Now, for her senior year, she longs to settle in her home country. Despite the challenges she has faced, Ella remains a highly accomplished student, determined to secure a computer science scholarship at the prestigious University of Washington. Lucas, her pleasant buddy, harbors a secret overwhelm on Isabella and feels threatened when Isabella arrives, and additionally has eyes for him. By December 1999, Megan had both its scholarship and made a pass on Luke. However, she quickly discovered that he had also been seeing Isabella after listening to approximately it on a sex video that changed into shown at Luke's father's Christmas birthday party. The year 2000 is while things definitely start to pass incorrect. Perhaps due to the betrayal from 7 months earlier, 2000, Megan has followed the hacker character in a few amusing fashion by dressing in all black, heavy eyeliner, an eyebrow piercing, and slick returned hair. She's a programmer who trades unidentified floppy disks for money in deserted buildings, and she now hates every member of her own family. What happened? As it happens, there is a missing person, and she or he could be very sure that Isabella was concerned. A girl tactics Megan and says none of this would have occurred if she hadn't come to city. While standing in front of a sign depicting a missing character with a badly torn off face, she discovers at the drugstore that a body was found in the lake. In response, she quickly rushes to Luke's family cottage to clean the bloodstains from the floor. To me, it does not exactly scream innocence. The dating among Luke's mother and Megan's mother in December 1999 is atypical given that Megan and Luke look like in love. But there are some different unresolved problems and little information that could come to be full size. In that time frame, there's also a short run-in with a cabin neighbor who enjoys shooting off his shotgun inside the dead of night time. I'm reminded of Megan going through Isabella's possessions in 1999 and hesitating on her passport. In specific, while she slips an ID that appears to belong to Isabella, however reads Pat Highsmith alternatively in 2000. Additionally, there may be a buddy named Jeff in the organization who is constantly filming occasions together with his digital camera. It is not possible that this might not come into play at a while. We found out in the direction of the realization of the episode that it is Lucas who is within the corpse bag is proven by means of his dad. Therefore, the thriller surrounding who's lifeless may not final the whole season. Miss Ayla methods her and says, menacingly, "We have to get our memories straight." While Megan watches, it is apparent that nobody of them is absolutely innocent. Pat Highsmith blanketed. In episode 1 of Cruel Summer, a love triangle involving close friends Megan, Luke, and newcomer Isabella was introduced, setting the stage for a complex dynamic. Contrary to what the townspeople believe, the subsequent episode further complicates the situation, delving deeper into the intertwined relationships. The sex tape that have become public definitely belongs to boyfriend and girlfriend, Megan and Luke, not Isabella. The only plausible explanation is that Megan's fury stemmed from the release of the photos, which initially appeared perplexing given her reaction to the other events at the end of the previous episode. However, this revelation casts her as the target of public scrutiny, labeling her as the town's scapegoat. Isabella swears to hold this a secret and stand in for Megan so that she won't have her scholarship revoked. Shortly after Isabella enters their home and destroys their other VHS tapes, everyone's suspicion falls on Brent. A former lover, who had previously accused him of misconduct, comes forward with a tip, adding to the mounting evidence. Meanwhile, Isabella fearlessly exhibits her disregard for the potential consequences by hurling a planter straight through their glass door. These are the kinds of individuals one would be wise to steer clear of. But in this case, she seems to be accurate in spite of being the only who recorded it. Luke ultimately appears satisfied that Brent would not recognize that it's Megan. Brent confesses to it while their father interrogates them both. I'm no longer definitely assured that Brent is being absolutely straightforward, and I wouldn't be bowled over if he subsequently outed Megan. Although Ayla is blamed for Megan, she absolutely has affections for Luke at a pool celebration in July 1999. She makes a play on him at the same time as Megan enviously looks on. Additionally, Isabella unearths a bundle of capsules in Megan's baggage. These tablets reappear in Luke's post-mortem in 2000. Between then and December, while Megan and Luke connect, there will be loads to learn. However, it already looks like theirs is a story of obsession. In the preceding episode, before leaping off a cliff and into the water, Megan stated Isabella as a trip or die. In this one, Ms. Ayla overhears Megan repeating those phrases to Luke and ostensibly is going to inform Megan's mother the reality about the sex tape and retaliation. In 2000, the police got here to the belief that Luke were killed earlier than being dumped into the lake, and that in addition to having been shot, his corpse additionally carries drowsing pills to guarantee his loss of life. When the police determined to research everybody approximately the mysterious murder, Isabella's intentions to leave town are thwarted. It is then found that Luke was finally visible at a New Year's birthday celebration 7 months earlier, and this soapy interaction between Isabella and the sheriff, who has taken the initiative to analyze into her past, then find out that she had attended 3 one-of-a-kind schools in 3 years. Cruel summer season turns a hint soapy. While it is true that anyone who has watched contemporary television would quickly understand this, the individual in question insists that trouble seems to shadow them constantly. Thanks for watching, and in case you're new to channel, subscribe and click the bell so you do not leave out latest films of media breakdown.